It is a coalition whose formation was for more than just winning an election. Its heads publicly defending its cause as a unifying coalition that was to chart a new way of politicking, that of ideology. But that coalition is not glittering, and there is a growing disquiet in it. Tonight our eyes are on the Jubilee coalition. Our guest tonight is the Secretary Jubilee Coalition Joint Parliamentary Group Elders Member of Parliament, Dr. Adan Kainan. But first, these are the stories making headlines tonight. Tonight, various high-ranking national leaders eulogize the late former Minister Simeon Nyachae as an astute leader whose legacy will endure for a long time. Also tonight, debate on BBI legislative bill degenerates into a buffoonery battle in Baringo County Assembly as pro-Gideon Moi and pro-William Ruto MCAs exchange blows. The county becomes the first county to reject the bill. And tonight we tell you why the sitting judges of the Supreme Court did not apply for the much coveted job of Chief Justice. Tonight of all nights, Mini Mbesa is our sign language interpreter. Good evening, I'm Abubakar Abdullahi. Welcome to the broadcast. To our top story, and Baringo County Assembly is the first county assembly to reject the Constitutional Amendment Bill 2020 after a heated debate that degenerated to blows and kicks between members of the county assembly. Police are said to have lobbed tear gas at the assembly just before the speaker announced the results. Mwangi Maina begins our broadcast tonight.
Wametupa tear gas ndani, lakini imepitishwa.
The county assembly of Baringo was thrown into a state of confusion when police lobbed tear gas in the chambers shortly after the speaker had announced the results, shooting down the Constitution Amendment Bill. This forced the members, including the speaker, to scamper for safety.
We had a very peaceful election, and we've just finished. Now they're bringing tear gas, and that is Wafula. We know they wanted to cause chaos in this election, but thank God because we finished.
So what is
and it was announced. So everything is finished. The room is full of tear gas.
30 MCAs voted to reject the amendment bill, while 11 voted in favor, and 1 MCA was absent. Earlier, the chamber was reduced to a boxing arena as members engaged in a fist fight during the debate. Trouble began when the Mogotio Ward MCA Charles Kosgei allegedly slapped Cabernet MCA Ernest Kibet, throwing the sitting into a disarray. Members of the assembly had faulted Speaker David Kerich for biasness while steering the motion, as well as hiding the BBI copies until the time of tabling the motion, when MCAs received the copies.
Imagine I am an elected member of County Assembly of Baringo from Turamaya Ward, and I have not seen the BBI bill except today. How about the ordinary monarchy? Yeah.
Police officers rushed to the assembly to contain the situation, and when calm was restored, the sitting resumed with a heated debate on the motion, which was poised to be shot down.
For us to have a great future whereby democracy and the Constitution is respected, we must vote no. So I oppose this initiative, and I say that it should not go more than this position.
We have seen how heated this issue of BBI is. It was meant to unite us, but we can see what it has done. If we were going to open up this country for a referendum, Mr. Speaker, we are going to tear apart this country.
Kano MCAs, who are minority in the assembly, have complained of being undermined and belittled by their Jubilee counterparts. The assembly comprises of 44 MCAs, with only 12 of them belonging to the Kanu party.
Mr. Speaker, this bill is not a contest between my friend, Honorable His Excellency William Samoei Ruto, against Senator Gideon Moi of Baringo.
The County Assembly of Baringo, as well as other assemblies in the Rift Valley region, are sharply divided into two camps, one aligned to Baringo Senator Gideon Moi and the other to Deputy President William Ruto, who is opposed to the Constitution Amendment Bill. Baringo becomes the first county to reject the Constitution Amendment Bill, whereas 3 counties have passed the bill amid growing concerns of lack of public participation among the 4 counties that have adopted the bill. Mwangi Maina, TV 47, Nairobi.
And as Baringo rejected the bill, Homa Bay County Assembly has joined Siaya and Kisumu counties in approving the Constitutional Amendment Bill 2020. All the 60 members of the County Assembly unanimously voting in favor of the bill. In Kisii County, the bill has been tabled at the County Assembly for a public participation exercise scheduled to begin next week.
They can also see light at the end of the day through this document.
After hours of debating and consulting on the Constitutional Amendment Bill 2020 at the Homa Bay County Assembly, all the 60 members of County Assembly unanimously voted in the favor of the bill.
On 11th of February 2021.
Assembly Speaker Elizabeth Ayo verifying the passing of the BBI bill at the Homa Bay County Assembly.
Today, the County Assembly of Homa Bay has satisfied its duty in debating, considering, and approving the bill on the Constitution Amendment 2020.
All honorable members attended the plenary sessions and we all debated, followed the due process, and observed all the legal requirements and passed the BBI bill today.
Homa Bay County now becomes the 3rd devolved unit to pass the BBI bill, joining Siaya and Kisumu counties. In Kisii County, the bill has been tabled before the Assembly, with MCAs confirming that a public participation exercise will begin on 16th of February before the full report is submitted to the Assembly.
Sub-county meetings at sub-county headquarters shall be held by the Committee on Delegated Legislation to collect views of those members of the public who will not be able to send their memoranda through either the email or submit them to the sub-county headquarters.
The MCAs have also refuted claims that the 2 million shilling callon given to them was a token to influence them to pass the bill in the county assemblies, promising Kisii residents that their opinions will count in passing or rejecting the bill.
What we are being given is a 2 million car grant that is being converted from a callon that we already have.
We cannot be bribed. 2 million is a smaller thing for this country. As a committee, we have not made any decision on the bill. We will hear the views, which will form a report, which will table at the Kisii County Assembly.
Deputy President William Ruto's allies have been opposing the constitutional amendment, claiming that the BBI bill is meant to benefit a few individuals. Musa Salah, TV 47.
Away from BBI, and several leaders have eulogized the veteran politician Simeon Nyachai as a patriot who dedicated his service to Kenyans. The leader spoke during a requiem mass service that was held at the Maxwell SDA Church in Nairobi ahead of his burial on Monday. Joash Onsare with the details.
Family members, political leaders, and Kenyans who attended a requiem mass of veteran Kisii politician Mzee Simeon Nyachai at Maxwell SDA Church in Nairobi eulogized the fallen leader as a public servant who was true to his call ahead of his burial in Nyosia Village, Kisii County on Monday. President Uhuru Kenyatta, in his speech read by Health CS Mutahi Kagwe, termed Nyachai as a patriotic who served his country and its citizens well.
As we mourn the loss of this great son of Kenya, we pay tribute to his legacy, which I trust will be carried on for generations to come. Titans of history like the late Mzee Nyachai only die a physical death. For in their legacy, In the millions of lives that they have made better, they enjoy immortality of the soul. Mzee Nyachae will live on forever in our hearts, minds, and memories, and in the history of a nation that is eternally grateful for his exemplary service.
The mass was attended by, among others, ODM leader Raila Odinga, ANC's Musalia Mudavadi, and Wiper's Kalonzo Musyoka, who eulogized Nyachae as a great servant to many.
When one looks at Nyachae, you also see somebody who stood for merit. He didn't believe in shortcuts. The integrity of the public service was perhaps at its highest during the tenure of Simeon Nyachae.
Using Simon Nyachae, we have lost an elder whom we would all have been deferring to at this particular time.
Odinga remembering his working with Nyachae in the opposition.
When he had resigned from the government and was in opposition, we again worked together. When we started the Rainbow Coalition together, he came with 4 people, and we were ourselves, we had broken away from Kanu, and we formed the Rainbow Coalition together.
Mzee Simeon Nyachae will be remembered for having mentored several serving leaders in the country.
It took a long time to comprehensively verbalize what Mzee Nyachae meant to very many people, including myself. As I conclude, I just want to ask, first of all, thank my mothers who are here and my brothers and sisters from the Nyachae family. I thank you on behalf of the hundreds of young people who passed through Mzee Nyachae's hands. Thank you for sharing your father with us.
Nyachae served in 3 regimes and unsuccessfully vied for the presidency in 2002.
Mzee alikuwa anatupenda hata watoto wetu. Mtoto hawezi kusema ati baba yake alimpiga. Labda mimi nilikuwa nawapiga. Si ndivyo?
Wacha tu. Our faith that the day will come when we will be reunited. But until then, I shall miss and love you always, and we will celebrate you and all you have taught me and our children. May God bless you our soul in eternal peace.
Joash Onsare, TV47, Nairobi.
Moving on, DCI boss George Kinoti has distanced the investigative unit from claims that the body is being manipulated by the government to oppress politicians. Kinoti addressed the matter while presiding over the launch of the new DCI offices at Juja Police Station in Kiambu County. Nanok Laurain now reports.
While presiding over the launch of the new DCI office at the Juja Police Station in Kiambu County, DCI Director George Kinoti has dismissed allegations that his investigative body is being used by the government to crack down on anti-government politicians.
Let's say somebody commits a crime, and the only mitigation is to say the government is being used against this and this that person. Then when we arrest and take to court, let's be honest, when we to court these people to court. So for anybody really to allege that, oh, we are being used for this or that, is being in just a mitigation. We also know, isn't it? Iko mwizi anaibanga alafu anasema mimi niliiba. Yeah, atasema, oh, mimi, I didn't do this or that, isn't it? So for sure, to say that is being unfair.
The new DCI office has been strategically positioned in Juja town, an area that has been said to be inhabited by drug dealers seeking to lure university students from the nearby Jomo Kenyatta University. Plans are underway to put up a forensic lab that will aid in solving several issues, among them the drug menace among the youth.
We are using a whole generation. We are using our youth. They have turned useless. And these drugs have been peddled all the way from Nairobi and the drug dealers and whatever. Officers, we must take these things head on.
About that forensic lab, which is just about to be opened, is one where we can solve so many problems, not only drugs related.
Kinoti received concerns over land grabbing disputes in Juja constituency and its environs, a matter he says has been in existence from the previous years. However, massive training is ongoing to aid personnel drawn from different departments, including DCI, to tackle the massive land rows.
Leo hii tunapoongea hapa mkurugenzi, kwangu Wetaidia na Juja kwa jumla, wizi wa mashamba ni tatizo kuu sana kwetu. Kama utaweza kututatulia hiyo tatizo, tutaweza kukumbuka hii ofisi.
We have men and women completely well trained in land, economics, physical survey and all that. Those are the kind of people we have taken from APS, KPS, the DCI. Today they are undergoing training through the Ministry of Land and other relevant stakeholders, so that they become experts as far as the land is concerned, because I've seen it's a very big problem. That one, for sure, I agree. And a lot of war. Before Maura came here, there were some other people here, so I know the problem.
Nanok Lauren, TV 47.
You're watching TV 47 News Tonight with me, Abubakar Abdullahi. Keep talking to us. Send us a message on 22047. The hashtag to use tonight is News Tonight. Time for us to take a short break. We still have a lot lined up for you. We'll be back with more news. Stay tuned.
TV 47, the home of untold stories. At Trisent School of Medical Health, Science and Technology, we offer highly competitive courses tailor-made to suit your needs. These include certificate and diploma in theater technology, medical engineering, nutrition and dietetics, radiography and sonography, science lab, health records, environmental health science, counseling psychology, applied biology, social work and community development, information and communication technology, among others. Register now at our Nairobi campus in Nairobi West around Nyayo National Stadium on 0700-129536. Our Juja campus next to Jomo Kenyatta University on 0700-000760. And our Kisumu campus opposite Swan Center, Oginga Odinga Street on 0703-201229. Trisent School of Medical Health, Science and Technology.
I'm a millionaire.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. I started playing Lotto early last year. I've never won Lotto before. Tulikuwa tumekula supper. We had already had our supper. I was with my other sisters. So tumekaa, tunaongea two stories. Then I received a call with a new number. I received and I was like, hello. Told me, I'm calling you because you've won Lotto. There was a thrill. I was like 50-50. Could it be true? Could it be false? And I didn't know like how much I had already won. I was like, maybe it's just a few 100,000. Not actually 1 million. Kinanisumbua kwanza ilikuwa inanisumbua sana ni school fees for my son, my two sons. And of course biashara, niendelesha biashara yangu, na kuuza mango. Pia mimi nafaa kujilipia school fees, lazima nirudi shule nimalize masters. Cheza this Saturday, you could be the next millionaire.
Finca Properties Limited introducing Equator Gardens Phase 2 Nanyuki, a few minutes drive from Nanyuki town near Olpajeta Conservancy. This is a strategic property offering a homely serene environment with nearby schools, hospitals, with a space for children playground and kindergarten. Invest today with a cash offer price of 200,000 for 50 by 100 plot and a discounted price of 350,000 for 100 by 100 plot of land. Legal fees and transfer costs inclusive. This is a gated control development property with water and electricity on site. We offer free site visit every Wednesday and Saturday. Visit our offices in Kitengela Pena Towers first floor, Contact us on 0721 737300 or SMS the word plot to 40309. Title deeds are ready. Finca Properties Limited, prime and affordable.
You are watching TV 47, the home of untold stories.
You're watching your channel of choice, the county's television. Welcome back. Now, just a day after the Judicial Service Commission confirmed that none of the 13 applicants who had shown interest to replace former Chief Justice David Maraga was a Supreme Court judge, questions have been raised on why the bench gave a position considered to be, quote, every jurist's dream job a wide berth. Legal experts insist that the latest development might be brought to the fore how Chief Justice position has become unpopular among jurists in recent years owing to a number of factors, even as JSC mulls over the task ahead to find Maraga's replacement. David Modoka has the details.
As the Judicial Service Commission officially closed the window for the submission of applications for the Chief Justice position, the country was eager to see whom among the members of the bench will be throwing their hat in the ring to go for the apex seat. To the utter dismay of many, none of the Supreme Court judges was among the 13 applicants who had shown interest to succeed former Chief Justice David Maraga. It is a move that has raised eyebrows in legal circles, with legal experts hinting at possible catalysts that could have put off the desire among the judges of the Supreme Court to go for a seat only a heartbeat away.
It's no longer that enviable, particularly because out of the animosity between the executive and the National Assembly and the judiciary, there has been a lot of animosity, and I know it's not a good position to be for a peace-loving Kenyan.
Legal experts also state that next year's general elections could have led to the members of the bench giving the Chief Justice role a wide berth.
We have all these issues to do with BBI, the anticipated referendum, already very many cases and issues before the judiciary and the Supreme Court, and most likely many will end up there. And also, just a few months, almost closing in on 12 months to the general election in 2022.
Headed straight into an election next year would actually put most of them in the spotlight. And if you remember the assurances that even the president, the head of state, has made before, that we shall revisit, I don't think that revisiting is a very good idea. It's a very good experience for most of them. So yes, it could also be a reason.
The uphill task ahead has, however, not dimmed the hopes of the 13 aspirants shortlisted by JSC. Among them is senior counsel Fred Ngatia. Ngatia shot to the limelight first in 2013 when he was part of the legal team that represented President Uhuru Kenyatta in the year's presidential election. Ngatia will represent Kenyatta in a similar petition 4 years later in 2017. In 2018, he was part of the team in a landmark case at the Apex Court that led to the abolishment of mandatory death penalty. Judge William Oko is also eyeing the Chief Justice position. Oko, who is the president of the Court of Appeal since 2018, was first appointed Court of Appeal judge in 2012. Justice Oko had served as a High Court judge from 2004 to 2012 at Malindi, Meru and Nakuru stations. He was also Registrar of the High Court from 2002 to 2004. Justice Martha Koome has also shown interest in not only becoming Kenya's 15th Chief Justice, but also first female Chief Justice. The Court of Appeal judge joined the judiciary in 2003 before being elevated to the Court of Appeal in 2011. She obtained obtained a law degree from the University of Nairobi in 1986 and a postgraduate diploma from the Kenya School of Law in 1987. She is also an alumnus of the University of London, where she graduated in 2010 with a master's degree in public international law. Senior counsel Philip Murgo is also part of the 13 aspirant shortlist. A practicing advocate of the High Court of Kenya, Murgo served the country as Director of Public Prosecution from 2003 to 2005. All eyes now are on the JSC, which is tasked with finding the right candidate for the job. David Mudhoka, TV47.
Thank you, David Mudhoka, for that report. Elsewhere, with the country set to receive 24 million COVID-19 vaccine by the end of this month, and the distribution of the vaccine set to be spread out for a period of 2 years, what are some of the controversies surrounding the delay of the vaccine in Kenya and Africa as a whole? Zainab Mohammed has that answer.
Kenya, like many African countries, is on the race to acquire the COVID-19 vaccine that is set to be received by the end of this month. But many questions surround the acquisition of the 24 million COVID-19 vaccines and the vaccination exercise that will be spread over a period of 18 months. Whereas many first world countries have accessed and vaccinated thousands, if not millions, of their citizens already, including children, Kenya is yet to acquire the first batch in order to vaccinate its health workers. This is despite the fact that one of the vaccine's trials, AstraZeneca, was done locally at the Kemri Wellcome Trust in Kilifi County. However, according to WHO head Dr. Tedros Ghebreyesus, hoarding by wealthy nations, funding shortfalls, regulations and cold chain requirements is slowing down the process of rolling out the vaccines to the so-called poor nations. Further, according to a report by the African Export-Import Bank, African countries will pay between 3,000 shillings to 10,000 shillings per vaccine dose to access 270 million COVID-19 shots secured by the African Union. This means Kenya will need up to 240 billion shillings to acquire vaccines for half of the country's population. Nonetheless, the speed at which the vaccines are being rolled out in Africa remains a sophisticated riddle that leaves a bad taste in the mouths of many people in the continent who are looking forward to getting the jab and hopefully putting a stop to the spread of the deadly and now fast mutating virus. Zainab Mohammed, TV47.
Keep talking to us. Send us a message on 22047. The hashtag to use is News Tonight. Time for us to take a short break, but after the break, we'll be coming back with the interview. As earlier promised, our guest tonight is Elders Member of Parliament, Dr. Aden Kainan. We'll be making sense of the Jubilee coalition, the BBI report, and 2022 politics. That is after this break.
TV47, the home of untold stories.
Sonadol Extra imetengenezwa kwa njia spesheli kupambana haraka na maumivu ya kichwa, mwili na hata meno. Sonadol Extra, hakika maumivu yakizidi, pata ushauri wa daktari.
UIP is in support of the Love Train this season and ready to give you the chance to gift your loved one with the one thing that never depreciates: land. Not just any land, prime property, 1.2 kilometers from Kwanza Isinya bypass and also 500 meters from the proposed Nairobi-Mombasa Expressway. With the 8% discount, you don't have an excuse. Grab your loved one a title deed by booking with only 69,000. To book, call us on 0708 423244. Email us at info@uip.co.ke or visit our website www.uip.co.ke. UIP Valentine's offer is valid till the 14th of February 2021. There is no better way to say I love you. Jump on the love train now. UIP Real Estate, the home of affordable land.
Acne C10 serum contains 10% pure vitamin C that fades dark spots, clears skin freckles, and reduces wrinkles.
Use mentholatum acne for clear and smooth skin every day.
At Trisent School of Medical Health, Science and Technology, we offer highly competitive courses tailor-made to suit your needs. These include certificate and diploma in theatre technology, medical engineering, nutrition and dietetics, radiography and sonography, science lab, health records, environmental health science, counseling psychology, applied biology, social work and community development, information and communication technology, among others. Register now at our Nairobi campus in Nairobi West around Nyayo National Stadium on 0700-129536. Our Juja campus next to Jomo Kenyatta University on 0700-000760. And our Kisumu campus opposite Swan Center or